Hi, it's Sewing with Debbie here, a confident beginner showing you tips and tricks that I'm learning along the way. I used to think basting a quilt, well, it was just a suggestion. So after a few bad puckers and ripping out stitches, I've had to try to find a simple and effective way to baste larger quilts. I'm not a fan of using spray glue, and I do not have a floor large enough to get the basting done. I've tried using large table, and well, honestly, it hurts my back. So I found using a wall to baste works really well. This is for pin basting, but you can easily adapt to using spray glue if your work area is suitable. So briefly, the steps are: pick a really good quality painter's tape. I tried the cheaper ones and, well, honestly, they just fall off the wall. You got to remember the tape you're using is going to be holding the weight of 3 layers. So if you've got a larger quilt, it's going to weigh a lot. What I try to do is I take the backing first, the right side facing the wall, and I tape it in the center of my workspace from the top edge. I work down, stretching it out and getting all the wrinkles out. This is where you really need to do all your taping and taping it well. I find that doing crosses with the tape acts as an extra anchor as well. Next, I take the batting and I center it on the backing. This is your chance to work out all those wrinkles. Sometimes I let it hang like this for a day or two just so that all the wrinkles work out on their own. Once you're happy with how that looks, then it's time to bring out the top. The top is going to be working with your fancy side facing you. This is the right side facing out. Again, you're going to center it top and bottom, side to side, making sure that you can see your batting and your backing sticking out over the edges. This is where you're going to be working all the wrinkles out, smoothing, stretching a little bit, trying to keep it as square as you can. Next comes the pinning. I like to use the curved pins that don't have the little closed squirrely end on them. I'll show you an example at the end. These I like to place, as I say, one hand spread apart. Pinning really helps to keep all those puckers away. Once you're all done with this, you can stand back, take a look, and decide how you actually want to quilt it. This is a really good chance to do some rough sketching, taking pictures, figuring out what design you want to do, whether it's free motion quilting or using a walking foot. Now that this part is all done, it's time to take it off the wall. I'm not showing you this part because honestly, it takes a lot of work trying to get all these steps done. I can usually start mounting and having it basted and ready for quilting in a couple hours. So good time spent. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you figure them out. And again, thank you for subscribing if you can. If you haven't, please hit the subscription button. Please like and share, and follow me as I travel on my journey to learn more and cost-effective quilting and sewing projects. Thank you. Here's an example of some of the pins I was talking about. They do come in different sizes. Here we are, a few examples of some of the larger quilts I've done by pin basting on a wall. All turned out really well, and the people that received them really liked the hard work I put into them. And thank you again for watching. Remember to subscribe, share, and like. Take care.